Good afternoon. I'm Sarah. What's your name?
My name is Lê Hồng Phương, but you can call me Phương for short.
And may I see your identification
Yes,
today?
of course.
Thank you, Phương. That's fine.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and get started. Our topic today will be hometown.
Okay.
And let's begin with part one. I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
Yes.
First of all, where are you from?
So I was born and raised in Hanoi, which is the capital city of Vietnam. And it is one of the biggest cities in my country. I think it is a bustling metropolis with thousands of dollars.
Is it a big city or a small place?
Yes, like I said before, it is the second largest city in my country. And to be honest, I have lived here for over 20 years, yet I haven't been able to explore every corner of the city.
What do you like most about your hometown?
When it comes to the thing that I love the most about my city, I think it is the dynamic lifestyle here. What I mean is that Hanoi is such a young and busy city, and it has attracted me as well as people from all walks of life. In my opinion, Hanoi provides everyone, especially youngsters like me, the opportunity to build our careers as well as better ourselves.
Is there anything you dislike about your hometown?
Actually, yes, some. For example, the air pollution here is quite alarming, and there is also traffic jam during rush hours. So living in Hanoi sometimes makes me like a little bit stressed or exhausted. And I really hope that the government can do something to address these problems in the future.
Do you think you will continue living in Hanoi for a long time?
Yes, definitely. I was born and grew up here, and my family is also living here. And I am also having a good job in Hanoi, so I think that I will continue to live in Hanoi for the years to come.
Let's go to part two now, and your topic today will be describe a part of a city or town that you enjoy spending time in. I'll give you 1 minute on the timer for you to think about your answer first.
Yes.
Go ahead. Okay, ready? So, can you please start speaking now?
Yes, so I would like to share with you a place in my country that impresses me the most. And it is the flower park in Dalat. Actually, I had the chance to go on a 4-day trip with my friends to Dalat last year. And you know, Dalat acquires its reputation for being the city of flowers. So the flower park in Dalat is the most popular for locals as well as tourists to come here to admire the beauty of Dalat flowers. On my trip, on the second day of the trip, we decided to rent some motorbikes and to go to the flower park, and it only took us about 30 minutes to get there from our homestay. It is located at the end of Xuân Lake, and the park showcases Vietnam's biggest collection of flowers. I think hundreds of species with the wide variety of vivid colors is the reason why it has attracted not only me but also hordes of tourists from all places in the world. And at first, I was blown away by the beauty of this place, because I had never seen a place with such beautiful and vivid colors like this in my entire life. And also, the trip to Dalat with my friends was a chance for me to take a break from my study and my work. So we really had a whale of time there. And I think that is pretty much I want to share with you about the place that I really enjoy being in my country.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so now that brings us to part 3, and we'll finish up with just a couple questions here. So, what public places do old people usually go to?
I think senior citizens can be seen in many public places like parks, gardens, or temples for peace and serene, I think. However, due to longevity and improved medical treatment, I think old people nowadays are more active than they were in the past. So they also enjoy going to crowded places like cinemas, theaters, or even restaurants. Yeah.
Will more people move to cities in the future?
From my perspective, yes. More and more people will continue settling in big cities because I think cities offer them more amenities of high quality in terms of healthcare, education, or entertainment. People will move to big cities to enjoy these facilities. And another reason I can think of is that the increasing popularity of big cities among younger generation could be because of the dynamic lifestyle here. And as I said before, the dynamic lifestyle here can really make young people step out of their comfort zone and constantly improve themselves.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We're finished today. That's the end of the practice speaking test.
Thank you. Yes.
This was a very strong performance from her. She shared a lot of good information very clearly overall. In terms of fluency, the flow was nice, some occasional ums and uhs, nothing that distracted from the attention on her response. She used phrases to set up her answers. For example, she said, when it comes to the thing I love most about my city. And she also, another example was, another reason I can think of. These kinds of introductory phrases really help to prepare the listener for what she was about to say and organize her talk. Her vocabulary demonstrated a range of vocabulary terms used quite naturally overall. Some strong examples. She mentioned that pollution is alarming, so that word alarming was nice. And instead of just saying in the future, she used phrases like for the years to come. She talked about hordes of tourists instead of just saying a lot of tourists. So there was some high-level vocabulary. Some occasional errors, for example, that people are looking for peace and serene instead of serenity. But I liked how she was paraphrasing. So when the question asked about old people, for example, in her answer, she said senior citizens. And when the question was about moving somewhere, she talked about settling in. So she's showing a variety by paraphrasing those questions in that way. And her grammar demonstrated a range, again, used quite well. We saw past perfect structure being used. I had never seen such a place. Maybe a few errors. For example, she could have used present simple and when it said Hanoi has attracted me, because it could just be Hanoi attracts me because as kind of a fact statement, and there is traffic jams, could be there are traffic jams, but most sentences were error-free, I would say. Pronunciation very clear, and the only thing maybe to be careful about, it's always tricky that 30-30 versus 13-13. And I think it was pretty clear she said 30, but that's one to just always pay attention to because that's extra tricky, 30 and 13. But very good job. Well done.